Good morning. Welcome to the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023. Will you please stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance with us? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am Chair Krista Yoakum. To my right is Commissioner Roma Amundson. To my left is Commissioner Rick Vest, and to my far left is Commissioner Matt Schulte. Mr. Clerk, will you please start with the location announcement?
Of course. Location announcement of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act. A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located at the wall of the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available for electronic viewing from the county clerk's staff. Printing options are available upon request. These materials can also be viewed at the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Brings us to item 1, minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on August 15th, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Please call the roll.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 2, claims. 2A, approval of the claims processed through August 22nd, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claims processed through August 22nd. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 2B, approval of a claim to El Centro de las Americas in the amount of $8,619.27.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claim to El Centro de las Americas. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yoakum.
I will abstain as I serve on their board.
Motion carries 3-0 with an abstention. Item 2C, approval of a claim to Rabble Mill in the amount of $8,828.80.
I'll move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claim to Rabble Mill. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 3, consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there is an exception, these items will be approved as one single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are the approval of A, amendments to the following county contracts. C-22-0734 with Cintas Corporation for rental and cleaning of mats and various linen and related items. 2, C-18-0548 with Garcia Ciccone Enterprises Incorporated for on-call guardrail repair and replacement services. C-17-0812 with Ron Turley Associates Incorporated for RTA fleet management software. C-19-0654 with Sapp Brothers Incorporated for the annual supply of lubricants. C-20-0196 with subsidiaries of Enterprise Holdings Incorporated for nationwide car rental. C-22-0699 with JEO Consulting Group for on-call professional wetland delineation, permitting, and related tasks. C-040208 with Tyler Technologies Incorporated for additional services for the Lancaster County Assessor Register of Deeds Office. B, right-of-way contracts with the following: Lori J. and Linda Popsill, Southwest 114th Street and West Princeton Road in the amount of $505. David L. and Susan M. Pashold Revocable Trust, Pella Road and South 54th Street in the amount of $2,480. Randall F. and Sharon K. Thompson, Southwest 14th Street and West Bennett Road in the amount of $505. Herbert H. Eilers Life Insurance Trust, Pella Road and Southwest 54th Street in the total amount of $3,147.50. James J. and Laverna R. Ossenkop, South 148th Street and A Street in the amount of $25. Grant contracts with the following: the Blue Valley Behavioral Health for the Diversion Evaluation Program in the amount of $6,097. The Hub Central Access Point for Young Adults on the Back and Track Program in the amount of $40,000. Grant contracts with the following: Asian Community and Cultural Center for the Family Resource Program in the amount of $30,900. Cedars Youth Services for the Emergency Shelter Program in the amount of $314,150. St. Monica's Behavioral Health Services for Women for the Peer Support Group in the amount of $36,050. Grant contract with Voices of Hope for the Coordinated Response to Reducing Domestic Violence Program in the amount of $36,755.
Move approval of the consent items.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent items. I see no further discussion. Please call the roll.
Vest.
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Schulte.
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Brings us to item 4, which is the public hearing. Public hearing for applications for Class YK liquor license for Ball Vineyard and Estates LLC, doing business as Capitol View Winery and Vineyards at 2361 Whitstruck Road, Roca, and a corporate manager's license for Desiree Ball.
We will now open the public hearing for this application for a Class YK liquor license. Is there anyone here wishing to speak on this item? Please come forward. Good morning.
We'll need to swear you in before you testify, so please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please sign in and state your name.
My name is Desiree Ball, and I'm the applicant for the liquor license. My husband and I are here today. This is Lorenzo Ball. We recently purchased this business from Lessentrish Meyer, and we're just hoping to be able to continue this business in the Nebraska and serve our Lincoln and surrounding areas. We're hoping to make this a premier location and just to serve the clientele and to continue to work with our current staff there to be a superior workplace.
This facility has been in existence for quite some time under a couple of different names, right?
Yes, it
And
has
you just
been.
recently purchased it then?
Yes, we have.
And is this your first time having a liquor license?
Yes, it is.
There any other questions?
It's a big step.
It
I
is.
mean, it's,
It is, and we're definitely up to the challenge. We've been told that this is a lot of work, and we've been thrown right in. We've had to harvest. We're already making our first wine from harvest. We've had 2 days of harvest so far. We have a winemaker, Ed Swanson, that we're working with that we can get the knowledge that's needed, and I plan to do some winemaking classes either at Cornell or UC Davis to continue to get better at what's being done there currently.
I was out there on the 4th of July, well, on the 3rd of July, and I saw you busy working. That was a huge event.
It was, and I wasn't the owner yet, but I definitely wanted to get that experience under my belt, so I made sure that I was there on what was one of the busiest nights.
And you were working hard.
Thank you.
speaks well of your commitment to be successful here.
Thank you.
There's a long process.
It
to
is.
Getting a liquor license, and this is just part of that process.
Yes. Yes, we've definitely done a number of applications. We've done the one with here, and we've also done our TTB application. We've had one inspection so far, so far everything's gone well.
Great.
Well, I deeply admire your commitment, and I mean, these locations are so important in our community. As Roma can testify, they add to the quality of life in a community like Lincoln and Lancaster County. So thank you for your willingness to take this new challenge on.
Thank you.
And you have an excellent staff, and you have an excellent, Ed is known worldwide.
Yes,
Yes.
and we're fortunate that everyone is willing to stay on and work with us for this new venture.
That's right, very good.
That's great. I've only been there a couple of times, but I look forward to going again.
We're looking forward to having you.
Because this is a public hearing, I do need to ask if there is anyone else here to speak on this, either for or against this application. Seeing none, we will close the public hearing. Thank you.
Commissioners, next item is new business, 5A, Resolution in the matter of applications for a Class YK liquor license for Ball Vineyard and Estates LLC, doing business as Capital View Winery and Vineyards, 2361 Whitstruck Road in Roca, and a corporate manager liquors license for Desiree Ball.
I would move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. I see no further comments. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0. Item 5B is a resolution in the matter of a request to vacate certain portions of the right-of-way near the intersection of West Prucha Street and Southwest 112th Street in Crete, Nebraska, more particularly described in Exhibit A and located in Lancaster County, Nebraska.
Good morning, John Berry, Lancaster County Engineering. This is a petition, or excuse me, this is a resolution vacating a section of Southwest 112th Street between 3rd Street and 4th Street in Kramer. This does not include the alleyway. Myself and Steve at the Planning Department did meet with the petitioner last week, and he is aware of this situation. And he was fine with that at that time.
Very good. Good solution.
I'd move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this resolution. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 5C, a resolution directing the county engineer to conduct a study and the planning department to write a report regarding vacation of a portion of Branch Oak Road between North 27th Street and North 40th Street, more particularly described in Exhibit A and located in Lancaster County, Nebraska.
Good morning again, John Berry, Lancaster County Engineering. Well, hopefully it comes up here.
There it goes.
There we go. This is a section of Branch Oak Road just south of the village of Davie. It's currently a dirt road. It's very small. It doesn't really have any ditches or anything on it, and it's just a section of roadway that we would like to get off our list.
And this is a study, so we're not
A study.
actually
Right.
vacating
Correct.
it yet,
Right.
correct? Okay.
I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this resolution to conduct a study regarding this vacation. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 5D, documents in support of the county's application to the U.S. Department of Energy for the Energy Efficiency and Conversion Block Grant, EECBG program. They are the EECBG program pre-award information sheet and the financial assistance certification and assurances.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nikki Cease, Grant Coordinator for Lancaster County. Back in April, Karen Peterson with County City Property Management presented a grant opportunity to you with the Department of Energy for the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Block Grant. We are nearly complete with that application and are just in need of the board's signatures on a couple of forms. The first form is the pre-award information form, which just provides some information related to our performance and our financials. And the second form is the financial assistance certification and assurances form, which just provides certifications relating to lobbying, suspension, and debarment. Those have been submitted for your signature. Any questions?
I see none. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 5E is a work plan form providing notice to the Nebraska Department of Environment and Energy Petroleum Remediation section of the county's plan for a pre-investigation assessment to be conducted at 210 Malcolm Road.
Good morning. Ed Lawman, Lancaster County Engineering. This is just a notice from the NDE so that we can provide them a plan of for the pre-assessment of the Malcolm Station.
We've
Oh,
heard
yeah.
about this station quite a bit before. I think.
The patrol.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
move approval.
Yeah, second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this work plan form. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you.
Item 5F, a bid award appeal from Dynamic Dirtworks and Demolition LLC.
Yeah.
Is there anyone here to speak to this issue? Move forward.
Candace Behrens from the Lancaster County Attorney's Office. So Commissioners, before you on this matter is now the next step in the process of a bid protest. The individual, the company who did not receive the bid award first filed a protest with the purchasing agent, then appealed to the Procurement Appeals Board, and now this matter is before you to make a final determination.
Tell us about the appeals board. That
Mm-hmm.
group met last week. This is not a process I'm familiar with.
Yes, so it's a board that is comprised of individuals in the community that have certain knowledge or expertise in the areas of bidding and procurement. There were 3 members on the board for last week's hearing. And during the hearing, the protester had an opportunity to present why he believed the award of this culvert replacement project should go to his company. And then also the board was able to hear from our engineering department who reviewed the bids and made recommendations for the bid to be awarded to the winning bidder. So both of those issues and information from the purchasing department was presented, whether in the form of testimony or documents.
Mm-hmm.
And they reviewed those. They made a decision that day and voted 3-0 to recommend denial of the appeal and to uphold the award to the winning bidder. And so that is a recommendation to this board. It's not a final determination. You make the final determination.
Seems like a very thorough process.
Mm-hmm.
And so when this award was made, the recommendation from the engineering department was provided to you, and with explanation for why this decision was made to go with the bidder that was awarded the project. And so you've sort of vetted that information previously. And so the recommendation again from the Procurement Appeals Board was to deny the appeal, uphold your previous decision, to award the bid based on the recommendation of engineering and purchasing.
We don't get a lot of these. I mean, it's a rare circumstance where there's a disagreement about the low bidder, and
Right.
the few that I've seen, they're pretty sound reasons, and I guess what you're telling us is the appeals board agreed with the reasons given for the denial.
Yes, I mean there was substantial discussion in the case concerning what the issues were and why the decision was made to go with the second lowest bidder, and those have to be based on certain factors that are either grounded in case law or statute, but just other factors that really the determination isn't always the low bid on a project like this. It's really what is the best value for the county, and that can take into account, a bidder's equipment, ability to finish a project, et cetera. So all those factors taken into account. I think that the Procurement Appeals Board took those into account, and so did engineering and purchasing.
Appreciate that information, Candace. So to get this worded correctly, I would move approval of the denial of the bid award. John, I want to get this right, so I'm making the motion I intend to make. I move approval of denying the bid award appeal in item F.
So
Second.
I would just add,
Just move to deny the appeal.
Move to deny.
The recommendation is to you, and so the procurement board did not make a decision, but they made a decision on the recommendation.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Denial
John
or
Ward with the
approval
County Attorney's Office. I would recommend the motion be to deny the appeal. Yeah.
Deny the appeal. Okay, I move that we deny the appeal.
And I would second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to deny the appeal. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0 to deny. Brings us to item 5G, contract with Tim Cisco Construction LLC to provide culvert maintenance 2023 Phase 2. The cost of the county is not to exceed $677,747.80.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. The exhibit that I've thrown up on the overhead shows the location of the proposed pipe replacements for this contract. Our department is recommending award of this contract to Tim Cisco Construction LLC.
I'd move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this contract. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 5H, recommendation from the county engineer to award and execute a purchase order to Buell Trucking Incorporated for the supply and hauling of crushed rock surface coarse material in the amount of $469,850.
Pam Dingman, the Lancaster County Engineer. As I've previously discussed with the commissioners for our rock and gravel bids, we bid these projects by line item in order to give smaller companies the opportunity to work with us and grow in Lancaster County. In this case, I'm recommending award of Buell Trucking to line items 1 and 6 in the bid.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this recommendation. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 5I, recommendation from the county engineer to award and execute a purchase order to R.L. Tiemann Construction for the supply and hauling of crushed rock surface coarse materials in the amount of $451,685.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. For item I am recommending award for items 2, 4, and 10 in the bid to R.L. Tiemann.
Yeah, I meant to ask you a question before that last one. Is this an annual purchase? How much of a supply is this?
So if you're to add them all up, Commissioner Schulte, you'll notice it's just a smidge under $1.5 million in rock. Last week, we pushed out our gravel bid. This is our fall bid, and we also do a bid in the spring. The goal, of course, is not to run out of rock or gravel in the case of an emergency. We obviously don't want to have an extraordinary surplus, but we don't want to run out like we did in 2019 and have it not be available to us. And so this is a biannual bid.
Okay.
For these materials. They come in kind of a dump truck load at a time, so it does take us a while to receive them and stockpile them around the county.
Okay, thanks. I'd move approval of I.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this recommendation. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 5J, recommendation from the county engineer to award and execute a purchase order to Westover Rock and Sand Incorporated for the supply and hauling of crushed rock surface coarse material in the amount of $540,625.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. In this case, I'm recommending award to Westover Rock and Sand, Inc. for line items 3, 5, 7, 8, and 9.
Move approval, Jay.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve item 6J. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Brings us to item K, recommendation from the county engineer to award contracts to K2 Construction and Jake's Odd Jobs Incorporated for county snow removal and truck-mounted plow services, the combined total amount of $65,600.
Pam Ding, the Lancaster County Engineer. This would be an on-call snow removal contract. Should we get into a situation where we don't have the equipment or employees to remove snow in a timely manner. In particular, with the truck mounted, this is what we would typically use for our subdivisions.
I don't know that it's appropriate to talk about snow today. It's supposed to be 104.
You know, I appreciate that. I appreciate that opinion, Commissioner Schulte. However, at the county engineer's office, we're always striving to be prepared, and we do
How
prepare.
forward-thinking they are.
We do prepare for the snow in the summer. So
Actually, I think it's really quite nice to think of snow.
Okay, you convinced me. I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 5L, recommendation from the county engineer to award contracts to K2 Construction, Van Dorn Valley Construction LLC, and Gana Trucking and Excavating for county snow removal and motor grader services in the combined total amount of $116,800.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. This particular item is in line more for heavy equipment that would be needed to move snow. Should we again be in a situation where we don't have motor graders or motor grader operators to clear our 1,100 miles of gravel?
So it also is essentially an on-call.
Correct.
So these contracts for snow removal, they're contingency based on the fact if it's over a storm that we can't handle with our own equipment. Are these fees guaranteed to the providers, or do they bill us when we call them in to get up to?
Yeah,
these
we
points?
only pay for them when we receive services.
Very good.
So the goal, of course, Commissioner Vest, would be that I don't have to approach the commissioners for an emergency contract because, as you're aware, the county bid process can take a while. So it's always better if we have someone kind of in line and prepared to do this should we need them.
Yeah. Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this recommendation. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Brings us to item 5M, recommendation from the Voluntary Crisis Response Center Request for Proposals Review Committee to award up to $2.3 million in Lancaster County American Rescue Plan Act funds to Integrated Behavioral Health Services for capital improvements of the program.
This is the project that we've been working on with Region 5 Services. And
Is there anyone here
Is there anyone here?
from the
there's no one.
Would move approval.
Voluntary Crisis Response Center?
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Is there any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 5N, setting the annual salary for Jeff Kilpatrick, Community Corrections Director, at $110,000, effective August 14th, 2023.
Should we have Mr. Kirkpatrick come up? and
Mr.
introduce
Kilpatrick
himself?
is here with us this morning. Would you like to come forward and just introduce yourself to the public, essentially, via this meeting?
Good morning, Commissioners. Jeff
Welcome.
Kilpatrick, Director of Community Corrections. It's a pleasure to be here this morning.
We appreciate having you here with us, and you've been on the job how long now?
1 week.
All week.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to your leadership in that department. It's obviously a very important department to help people get back on track. So thanks for your leadership there. I would move approval of the setting his salary.
Second.
All right. And Jeff, perhaps you could just give us a brief bio, because a lot of people may not know you. I mean, we've had the opportunity to sit with you, and obviously we were pretty impressed by what you told us. Maybe you could just take a minute here to
Certainly.
give that information.
I spent 20 years in the Coast Guard as a criminal investigator. Upon retiring from the Coast Guard, I went to Alachua County Board of County Commissioners, which was in Gainesville, Florida, and worked as a program supervisor in the Community Corrections Department, overseeing pretrial probation, day reporting, our mental health court, and veterans court. And I was there for 20 years, and then I moved over to the manager's office and was responsible for accreditation, certification, and professional compliance throughout the county.
It's a very short snippet of his bio.
Yeah, very short one, yes.
Very short. Thank you.
Very applicable to the role that we hired him for. For sure.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 5O, agreement with the University of Nebraska Board of Regents and the Lincoln Housing Authority for the operation of the nutritional education program to address the nutritional needs of certain limited income persons living in urban housing in Lancaster County.
Thank you. I'm Emily Gradup from Nebraska Extension. Good morning. We have had this agreement for 30 years now, and it's basically a commitment of funds from the Lincoln Housing Authority, UNL, and the county to serve those with limited resources. And we do a lot with that funding, and it also specifically helps us focus on those seniors living in 3 low-income housing units. And without this funding, we wouldn't have that focus. And, you know, with the growing rate, the highest growing rate of our population being seniors, how important that work is now more than ever. We hope this gets to be a part of our continued efforts in future.
It has been a great contribution, you know, to Lincoln and to Lancaster County, and so, yeah, I think it's very, very important. We move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. 30 years of success says a lot.
Yes, that's a lot.
Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries
Thank
4-0. Item 5P, agreement with Mary Rittenberg, MED, LADC, to provide substance abuse evaluation services at the request of the Lancaster County Mental Health Crisis Center. Services shall not exceed 20 hours per week, and the county will pay $120 per evaluation completed and $40 per hour for other related services.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 5Q, contract with CJJA to provide a staffing assessment and policy review at the Youth Services Center. The cost of the county is $37,436.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this contract. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 5R, acceptance of a grant award in special conditions for the Nebraska Crime Commission's FYI 2024 County Justice Reinvestment Grant for the Lancaster County Department of Corrections in the amount of $62,690.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept this grant award. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 5S, Federal Equitable Sharing Agreement and Annual Certification Report for the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office regarding equitable sharing activity of drug forfeiture funds for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 5T, recommendation from the county sheriff to award and execute a purchase order to Anderson Auto Group for the purchase of 6 half-ton crew cab 4x4 trucks in the amount of $318,804.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 5U, lease agreement with CenterPoint for approximately 8,947 square feet of office space at Midtown Center, 2966 O Street, Lincoln, Rent is $5,875.20 per month.
Good morning, Commissioners. Karen Peterson, Director of Facilities and Property. This agreement is actually a series of renewals that we've had. CenterPoint has occupied this building for a very, very long time. This agreement is the 2 years with it's a 3% bump in the rent. And just as a reminder, they pay all the expenses, the capital improvements, they reimburse for insurance. So this has worked actually well for the county over the years. The difference in this year's renewal is that it is only a two-year renewal. There is language that was built into this that in the event of a sale, this lease would terminate and there would be no rent due. CenterPoint has indicated they'd like to purchase this building from Lancaster County.
Right. Topher has mentioned that to us also. Would move approval.
Second.
I guess I would just say that seems to me like that would be a good result if they've been occupying. They fully occupy the building?
Yes,
Okay. And you said they've done it for a long time?
they have. And based on my last conversation, the building, the location is absolutely perfect for his need. He has every intention of purchasing it to improve it and keep it for long-term use.
So we have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 5V, a lease agreement between Lancaster County as lessor and CenterPoint as lessee for the old Juvenile Attention Center building located at 2220 South 10th Street, Lincoln. Rent is $4,410 per month.
Karen Peterson, Director of Facilities and Properties. The scenario is the same. He would also like to purchase this building. 3% bump in the rent. Scenario is the same. They pay for the capital improvements and any ongoing operating expenses.
Would move approval.
Yep, second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 5W, amendment and restatement of the Lancaster County, Nebraska Employees Retirement Plan using adoption agreement number 1 with the pre-approved defined contribution government 401A plan, basic plan document number 17, effective August 1st, 2023.
Commissioners, this is a small but important change to our plan. As we were reviewing the plan documents, it came to our attention that in the vesting schedule for employer contributions, there was room for improvement where if we were to have an employee who suffered a disability and had to be separated for that reason, or if there were a layoff that were to happen in the county, which hasn't happened for a long time, but has happened in the past, they could be penalized for those events and be subject to the vesting schedule. This will correct that and allow vesting to be accelerated to 100%, so the employee would be protected under both of those scenarios.
Very good.
Yeah, I move approval.
It only changes it under those couple of scenarios.
That's correct.
Vesting for a normal employee remains the same.
It does.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 5X, adoption of the summary plan and features and summary of material modifications for the Lancaster County, Nebraska Employees Retirement Plan.
These are related clerical changes to our standard plan documents to reflect the changes that you just approved.
Move approval.
I second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 5Y, application for Berkeley Public Entity Supplemental Insurance.
Commissioners, I'm Sue Eckley, the Lancaster County Risk Manager, and I hope you appreciate how painful my job gets at renewal time because there's this much paper on these applications and it turns into pretty burdensome. I'm here today to ask you to sign the application. I don't have the authority to sign on behalf of Lancaster County, so that's why I need your help. Once these are signed, they're going to go directly over to Tom Shampoo at Unico, our broker, and they will market this and then we'll come back to you at some point with numbers.
Okay. Would move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve item Y. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 5Z, application for excess workers' compensation coverage, individual self-insurance renewal.
Ditto, except this is work comp. Same thing, as soon as we get that signed, again, it's gonna go over to Unico, and they're gonna market this. There's not a whole lot of markets for excess work comp any longer. We've been with Midwest Employers for a long, long time. They're a good company. Gratefully, we have not had to go into their layer. We've stayed in our self-insured retention for many, many years, so.
Well, just on behalf of the board, Sue, please accept my deepest appreciation. We have Christie draw up a certificate or
Oh,
something
that would
if
be
that would help.
Well, these applications are kind of frustrating in a way because they ask so much information, and it's fine to clarify it so they know who we are. But some of that you just kind of say, I wonder what they do with this, really.
It's meaningful work for attorneys somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I would move approval.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you.
Item 5AA, a special designated license application from Willow Springs Bottling Co. Incorporated for an event at Stillwater Equestrian Center, 18221 South 68th Street in Hickman on October 14th, 2023.
Is there anyone here to speak on this special designated license application? We have all of the materials regarding this in front of us.
I would move approval. I think that an October wedding would be just beautiful.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 5BB, grant contract with the Mediation Center for the Restorative Justice Program in the amount of $80,000.
Move approval.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Abstain.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday, Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0 with an abstention. Brings us to item 6, public comment. Those wishing to speak on items related to county business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Is there anyone present wishing to speak to during public comment? Seeing none, we may proceed.
Announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, August 24th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold the following meetings on Tuesday, August 29th, 2023 at 9 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building, the regular meeting, and the public hearing regarding text amendment number 23010 to amend the Lancaster County zoning resolution to allow a farm winery social hall and allow the sale of spirits at farm wineries. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, August 29th, 2023, immediately following the 9 a.m. Board of Commissioners meeting in room 112 of the County City Building regarding Lancaster County's proposed budget for fiscal year 2023-2024. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on LNK TV. LNK TV is available on Allo Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 1300. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on YouTube and Facebook. LNK TV apps are available in Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Last item I have is adjournment.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.